The Raptors begin the game with the basketball. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Misses the first. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Giannis with it up top. Down by one. Has a chance. Just not going down.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry to Danny Green. Kawhi Leonard gets a look. Can't hit. To Adetokunbo. Marc Gasol sends it away.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Fine to shoot. To Adetokunbo for three. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Lowry with it. Down a point. To Leonard. The drive. Right to the crossover. Gets inside. And the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Raptors have the rebound. Lowry to Leonard. Lowry to Leonard. Down to 5 on the 24. Lowry, it's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Kyle Lowry with a chance at a 4-point play. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Free throws up and perfect. Bucks at the controls. Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. To Bledsoe. Marc Gasol sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Marc Gasol with a piece. Lowry into the front court. Up 5. Here comes the screen. Lowry to Leonard. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Bledsoe with the basketball. They trail by 7. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let him know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Giannis Adetokunbo. Couple of free throws on the way. A career 74% free throw shooter. And hits the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Leads 5. Pascal Siakam to Danny Green. Kicks it around the perimeter. Top of the key. So Lowry. Leonard. Trying to cash in. Green with a shot that won't go down.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Hill to Adetokunbo. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Leonard. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Bucks basketball to Adetokunbo. Surveys the floor. Giannis for two. Not that time. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Leonard. Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lowry. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
George Hill to Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Rebounds taken down by Leonard. Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Probing the defense. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Brogdon to George Hill. Here comes the screen. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Malcolm Brogdon. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Leonard to Lowry. No good. Defense catching a break there. Brogdon. Leonard to Lowry. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Deep three at the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Raptors have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Milwaukee with the basketball. Shot from in close, no good.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Ibaka. Leonard to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Brogdon. Down low to Mirotic. Rebounds taken down by the Raptors. Powell to Gasol. Ersan Ilyasova rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. Substitution being made in this one. Oh, he had it.
Well, you can't finish with your right hand on the left side of the rim. You actually have to use your opposite hand. Steve Nash is one of the best at this. Different shots at different angles, high up the glass, expecting that there are trees down below with long wingspans that can block your shot.
To Gasol. Stuffs it down with authority. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here comes the screen. Connaughton matched up with Meeks. Off the assist.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Toronto has the basketball. Fred Van Vliet to Gasol. From the outside, no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Brogdon. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. And he finishes at the rim.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Leonard to Gasol. Can't connect. Brogdon. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Leonard to Ibaka. Here's Leonard for two. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. The Bucks at the controls to Brogdon. probing the defense. To Brogdon. Fires the three and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Lowry had made his first couple, but he misses there. Brogdon calls out of bounds. Last touch by Malcolm Brogdon. Lowry with it. Leads one. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Gasol. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making a shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing there.
And count the basket.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Leonard. To Ibaka. Keeps the ball in bounds. That's what you want to see. Leonard. Marc Gasol. 3 for 6 now.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lowry into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Leonard. He's looking for that touch.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Middleton. Layup goes down. Well done. Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, we used to talk about it all the time. I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
New blood coming in for both sides. Lowry to Ibaka. Almost, but no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Danny Green. Lowry to Danny Green. Serge Ibaka. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
It's no good. Great defense.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Time expires to end the first half. The Raptors in front.
It's Jalen Rose, and I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Raptors are in a tight battle after 2 quarters. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks aren't down by much after 2 quarters, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Game track. Bench points.
The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Kawhi Leonard and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Bucks at the controls. To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. Brook Lopez. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard. They work it down to Gasol. Brook Lopez able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here's Lopez down low. To Bledsoe. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Eric Bledsoe at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Our score all even in this third quarter. Gasol to Danny Green. Nothing going here on that drive. Bucks take down the board. Has a look. Deep 2 there, won't go. Danny Green. To Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Antetokounmpo, open look. Shot won't go. Toronto with the basketball. Lowry. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. To Lopez. Nothing going here on that drive. Lopez. Eric Bledsoe, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Screen coming. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Bledsoe to Middleton. Has a chance. Eric Bledsoe. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Lowry to Gasol. Won't go. Bledsoe. Goes to the right side. Middleton. Fires the 3. Can't connect. It's no good. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Gets it in the right corner. Sizing up the defense. Danny Green to Leonard. 5 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim. No good. To Middleton. Bledsoe shot misses.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Leonard to Lowry. Lets it fly from long range. Not that time. Bledsoe with it up top. 2-point advantage. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Runner here. Won't go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
To Bledsoe. Down low to Mirotic. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Lowry with it. His group now down 2. To Leonard. To Gasol. Down low. Oh, you've got to get that one to go. Bucks at the controls. Bledsoe to Middleton. Here comes the screen. Takes stock of the floor. Middleton to Bledsoe. Beyond the arc for 3. Not there for Bledsoe. Defense all over him. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Trying to cash in. Bledsoe shot off the mark.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Fred VanVleet gets it in the left corner. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Connaughton. To Ibaka. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Here comes the screen. Has a look. And a putback slam. Long heave from three-quarters court. Three-quarters down. The Raptors have the lead. Raptors ball as we get going here in the fourth, and you have to figure they like this spot they're in, entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more important.
Kawhi Leonard. Not that time.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot.
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you're going up to block a shot, just don't go up vertically. Actually go up and make an attempt on the ball.
Toronto has the basketball. To Powell. Shot by Lopez off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that knack that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Kawhi Leonard, now 3 for 9.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
To Adetokunbo. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. The Bucks clear the rebound. To Adetokunbo. Won't go down. Powell. To VanVleet. Serge Ibaka. He's now 5 for 6.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Giannis Adetokunbo. He's got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one, counted. Able to convert on both free throws. Leonard over to the right side. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Giannis Adetokunbo tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Here's Leonard for 2. Doesn't get the bounce. To Adetokunbo. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Well done, Kyle Lowry. Now 4 for 9.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Adetokunbo to Hill. Adetokunbo to George Hill. From long range, knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
George Hill with a chance at a 4-point play for his career, 80% at the line. count that one, and a 4-point trip. Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Leonard. Surveys the floor. And he dunks it down for 2.
I'm laughing because when you look at Marc Gasol, he's not the fastest big guy in the game. He's not the smoothest, nor is he the best shooter. But you know what he is? He's prepared and he's experienced. That's why he can get you 17 to 18 to 19 points per night or more, and you get a tough low post presence.
Brook Lopez. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the 4th.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Adetokunbo. The shot almost. Toronto with the basketball. Leonard to Ibaka. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper misses. Giannis with it up top. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Brook Lopez. He's now 4 for 6.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lowry to Danny Green. Here comes the screen. Danny Green. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To Adetokunbo. Cleared by Ibaka. Lowry into the front court. All tied up. Just underway in this 4th quarter. Danny Green to Leonard. Here comes the screen. No good. To Adetokunbo. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And no emotion, just that ice-cold stare. That's a sign of somebody who's here to compete.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in. Bledsoe with the basketball. Leads a bucket. To Adetokunbo. Deep 2 there, won't go. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
The Bucks claim victory as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Bucks took this down to the wire before getting the win. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors just couldn't close this one out. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, but even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Check out the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in this game. Here are the top 3 plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.